Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me. So today is not gonna be like a happy fun video like usual. It's kind of sad, not gonna lie. It's a story, true story that happened a few days ago. So I had a different plan for this week's video, but that did not end up happening. And so this is the video that is getting made. Okay, so pretty much what happened is Wednesday night. If you're new to my channel, I have 5 dogs. If you're not new to my channel, you should know I have 5 dogs by now, pretty much. So Wednesday night, we were feeding our dogs, me and my dad. My mom was at work still, and my brother was in my house, but he wasn't like helping us. So we were feeding our dogs. They eat raw, which means like ground beef, necks, like of animals, you know, like raw, which I'm not the happiest with, but that's okay. And we feed them little pieces of chicken and ground beef mixed up, and they all eat. And we let them outside, and we let them back in because we had these turkey necks. They're really thick, like probably like that thick or so, and they can be really long, so you have to chop them up into like discs and then chop them up from there. So we start chopping them up for the dogs, chopping, all of them have it. Realize we missed my dog's bowl, so we get my dog's bowl, we chop up whatever's left over, right, like to make sure it was all even. And there was like a piece about like this big left, and we're like, oh, she'll chew that up, it'll be nice, it's like a snack. Or we thought. So we dump it in her bowl, we place all their bowls up, we let them in, we let them eat it, and then I look down and my dog is choking, like dead ass not breathing. And so my dad grabs her right away. I'm like freaking out, I'm screaming because I'm like, I don't know what to do, call 911, I have no clue. And my dad grabs her, does a Heimlich maneuver once. And we heard a noise, and it sounded like it might have helped, and then she was able to kind of breathe, but she wasn't breathing well. She was foaming, there was blood, it was horrible. Like, not blood where it's like blood everywhere, like horrible, but it was like there was blood in the foam. It was not good. And I'm freaking out. My brother's like, okay, just give us a second, let me grab her, let me calm her down, maybe this might help. We start calming her down, and then she stopped breathing again. And I'm like, no, I'm running out. So I grab her, literally pick her up in my arms, and I run outside. I have no shoes on. I'm just wearing socks. My hair is down and a disaster. I'm surprised I did that. My dad grabs the keys, and we go and we start driving somewhere. I knew there was a vet nearby, about like 2 minutes away, and they were fucking closed. I was so mad, so mad. And once we found out they were closed, we call my mom, and we're still driving, like we're not just stopping. We call my mom, Annie's choking, don't know what to do, what do we have, where do we go, blah 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 blah. And my mom's like, start driving to Bayview. Bayview is a animal hospital, so it's called Bayview Hill Animal Hospital. And thank you so much for helping us if you have watched this video. Thank you so much for helping us. She's doing amazing, but let's get back to the video. So, let's get back to the video. Oh my god, let's get back to the story. So, after we called my mom, she said start driving to Bayview, and my dad, so we get off the phone, and my dad's like, I don't know where to go. I've never been here. So me and my mom always take the dogs to the vet if they need anything. My dad really doesn't do that unless it's important, which this was important. So I say, just drive to this place, which is a friend's place that lives nearby, and from there I'll tell you where to go. So we start driving, and these idiot cars are being so stupid. They're not moving, they're not driving, they're being idiots, and we're honking, and we're like, we need to go. My dog is fucking, sorry, I'm not believing it, is fucking dying, like dying. Can you not? Thanks. And we finally get there, and my dad literally, it's like you're driving and you have to turn and then turn again into the plaza, into the place where they're located. So he finally pulls in, he doesn't even park, and the parking lot is really, really small. It's probably like the size of my room. Dead ass. And it's like tiny, and so it probably fits like 8 cars, not even. Okay, long story short, I run out of the car, I run in, I open the door, I run in, and there was a dog in front of the door and a person in front of the door. I literally yell, "Move!" And I said, "Guys, help me, my dog is dying, my dog is choking, help me please." They take her, and I am shaking from the hairs on my head to the toenails on my toes. I was literally shaking. My mouth was as dry as a desert. I felt like I was dying. But I go into one of the examination rooms. If you have an animal and you've ever been to the vet, you'd know what I mean. Like, it's like the waiting room, and then there's like an actual examination room and consultation room. So we were in there, and my dad wasn't in the place yet because he was trying to find a parking spot, and my mom and my grandmother weren't there yet. So I was there by myself and my dog. And so once my dad came in there, I felt a little like this much calmer. And then my mom arrived and my baby arrived, and we started talking, so it kind of calmed me down a bit. She's in the back. They say she's still breathing. They're giving her oxygen, but it's really uncomfortable. Like, it's literally stuck. Okay, so they gave her oxygen. The vet comes in and says she's still breathing, but we need to get it out, like, right away. So after that, sorry, it was like everything was like a blur, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's like emotional. But pretty much after that, we're starting to call around because they didn't have the proper equipment to pull it out. So she gave us a few options. She says I could put her under anesthetic and I could try to pull it out, but if it's too far deep, I won't be able to grab it. And so they took an x-ray, sorry. This story's like getting all mangled up. They took an x-ray, and then they're like, this is where it's located, and I'm afraid I won't be able to get it if I put her under anesthetic. So if I try to put her under anesthetic here, and I can't get it, that means we have to wake her up, drive her somewhere else, and then put her under anesthetic again. And it's not worth it for like a dog under distress like this. So we drive her to the closest vet that has the equipment and that has the person that can do it, which was TVEH, which is Toronto Veterinary Emergency Hospital. I think that's what it stands for. So my mom's like, okay, Becca, let's go, let's take your dog. And I said, I can't go. And they're like, what? I said, I'm shaking, my anxiety is through the roof, my dog's already kind of anxious, so, like on a regular basis, so she's probably even more anxious. So if she was with me, she'd just be like, it would just make it so much worse. So I knew what was best for my dog was to not go. And I know like there was a chance of her dying, but I knew with 100% certainty that, you know, like, I'm not going. So my mom and my grandmother go with my dog. And they finally get there, they call me, and they're like, okay, we're here, we're waiting for the consultation, blah, 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 blah. They consult, they're like, okay, we're bringing her into surgery, and they get it out. It was scary. And my mom FaceTimes me saying, okay, we're going to see her now. So they go and see her, and she's all like groggy and whatever, and she has this big purple bandage on her arm because they had to give an IV and liquids and stuff and put her under, right? So I saw her on FaceTime, and she just looked so sad. And they wanted to keep her overnight for observations, so I got her back Thursday morning at about 9 in the morning. I drove out and picked her up. And she was still not 100%, but she was so happy to come home. And now I have my doggy back. So if you ever go through something like that, just remember to stay calm. Even if you don't want to, just remember to stay calm, because not staying calm is not good. Because it just freaks out the dog, freaks out the people around you, and just makes the environment even worse. If you do live near me and you have an emergency, TVEH is amazing. Now, I'm being honest, they are expensive, but they are also an emergency hospital, which makes sense. You know, they're open after hours, they do things after hours. It's an emergency, you know, they have to be there. If it's not an emergency, but you need a vet, you're getting a puppy, blah, 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 go to Bayview Hill Animal Hospital. It's not a hospital, it is like a clinic more. It's not like a hospital like TVH, but they are amazing, and I would recommend them 110% of the time. Like, I always recommend that hospital. And that's really about it. I'm sorry it's a sad / boring story. I just I felt that you guys should know if I've been distant or, you know, missing things, that's why. So she's healthy now, and she's getting back to normal. She's almost there. She still sometimes has different moments, but she has meds and she's doing great. So that's it for my story. If there's anything specific you guys want to see from me, please let me know, because I'd love to do it. If it's either like taking her out for like a shopping spree day or trying ASMR, I don't know what you guys want, you know. Comment down below, tell me what you want. I want to hear your input. Tell me if there's any tips and tricks you might have for anything that I do. Don't forget to give me a like. It's very, very helpful. Click that bell notification because you know you want to get notified. And don't forget to subscribe because, you know, we're getting there, you know. Everything's gonna happen, don't worry. Everything's gonna happen. So I love you guys so much, and thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.